I said I will not speak for a man that I don't understand his position on important national issues. I say I will not speak for a man who, even if he wins and Nigerians give him his vote, he does not have what it takes. He does not have the capacity to even secure his own victory. So the issue of saying whether the coalition will be affected, the coalition will not be affected in any way. Peterobi, within 6 months, changed parties 3 times. You could recall, since he defected to NDC, I've not taken it as anything serious or anything relevant to bother myself. Because by December 30th, he was a member of Labour Party. By December 31st, he was a member of ADC. By May 3rd, he is a member of NDC. I am sure, if not for the restriction in the Electoral Act, before the close of the registration or the membership time, I'm sure he will be a member of another party. That is his nature. But let me say it, changing parties is not what questions your capacity, your competence, or your character. It is the reason that you adduced for changing the party. Peterobi said, I don't have a problem with David Mark, meaning he didn't have a problem with the ADC. He said, I don't have a problem with Atiku Abubakar, meaning he does not have any problem with the aspirants. Then what is the reason he gave? He said, I don't like challenges. I don't like trouble. ADC is going through challenges, legal and otherwise. And I like to run away to where there is peace, to where there is no trouble. And I now ask, how can this same man ask Nigerians to entrust Nigeria in his care when Nigeria is the most challenged country in the world today? Nigeria is both physically and mentally challenged in all capacity. Nigeria is the 4th most terrorized nation on earth. Nigeria has borrowed itself to bankruptcy. Nigeria, as I'm talking to you, the bandits tie people on the tree and put fire under them to burn them. In Kwara, in Kogi, in Niger. So how can a man who says running away from challenges be able to face the challenges we are facing in Nigeria today? I am sorry. The Peterobi's temperament and his capacity is incompatible with the requirement of Nigeria of today. So the ADC cannot possibly be missing anything. Recall that before he came to ADC in December 31st, his political career was already dead. He was losing his polling unit in his own state by the gubernatorial candidate that he chose by himself. Recall that even when one member of the House of Assembly of Labour Party died, they fielded his widow to know whether they can get the sympathy of the people. But because of the rejection of Anambra people to Obi'S leadership star, they still voted against the innocent widow. So recall that before he entered ADC, his political career was already dead. So dead that he could not even enter ADC from his own state, Anambra State.
If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Peterobi has done it again, and this time, Kenneth Okonkwo is done being polite about it. Just days after Peterobi and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso formally collected their membership cards at the NDC national headquarters in Abuja, received by party national leader, Senator Siriaka Dixon, on Sunday, May 3rd. The ADC chieftain, who once championed Obi'S entry into that coalition, stepped to the microphone on Arise Television and delivered a verdict that should shake every obedient in this country. He said Peterobi's defections will not affect the ADC, not one bit. And then he went further. He essentially told the man, your political career is finished. Now, before you dismiss this as bitterness, let us count. According to Okonkwo, Peterobi changed parties 3 times within 6 months. By December 30th, he was member of the Labour Party. By December 1st, meaning before that, he was already in the ADC. And by May 3rd, he's now a member of NDC. 3 parties, 6 months, 1 man. You cannot make this up. And Okonkwo didn't stop there. He said, and I want you to hear the weight of this. I am sure that if not for the restrictions in the Electoral Act, before the close of registration or membership time, he would be a member of another party. That is his nature. His nature. The man who millions of Nigeria marched for in 2023. The man who obedience camped outside courts for. the man who made young people believe that Nigeria could change. That man now has a nature of serial defection. And even one of his own allies, Professor Ikechukwu, could barely defend him, saying Peterobi simply ran for his political life. That a woman running from a lion does not do a catwalk. Running for his political life, that is not a compliment, that is a diagnosis. But what did Obi say when he left? He tried to be diplomatic. In a statement on X, he cited deepening internal crisis and a hostile political environment while maintaining respect for the party's leaders, such as David Mark and Atiku Abubakar, insisting his decision was not based on personal grievances. So he had no problem with David Mark, no problem with Atiku, no problem with the aspirants. Then what exactly was the problem? Okonkwo asked that very question. Peterobi said he had no problem with David Mark, meaning he didn't have problem with the ADC. He said he didn't have problem with Atiku, meaning he has no problem with the aspirants. So if the problem was not the people and not the leadership, then what? What exactly drove him out? And more importantly, who drove him out? Because remember what Okonkwo said weeks ago when the rumors were still swelling. He told Peter directly, any presidential aspirant in ADC who leaves the party for another is a mobile squatter. And that such a move will signal alignment with the ruling government. He used the word squatter. He implied it was tantamount to working for Tinubu. Now, Obi has left. Now, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, is gleefully declaring on the floor of the Senate, I think ADC is dead. Akpabio, the man who serves Tinubu, he's celebrating. Ask yourself, who benefits when the opposition fragments? Who gains when Peterobi picks up his bag every few months and starts again somewhere new? And while APC gloats, 17 House of Representatives members followed Obi and Kwankwaso out of the ADC into the NDC, making the hemorrhage visible, making it loud, making it exactly the kind of chaos that hands Tinubu a smooth road to 2027. But Okonkwo is not flinching. He told Arise Television clearly, we are alive, kicking, and we are going to form the next government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because we will win the 2027 election. The coalition is well, moving swiftly, and we will overcome. The ADC, he says, does not need Peterobi to win. It will not be derailed. It will not mourn. It will move. Now, Nigerians have a choice to make, not just about parties, but about what they believe. Do you follow the man who keeps running, or do you back the coalition that keeps standing? The 2027 elections is not a rehearsal. Tinubu is already counting on the opposition to destroy itself. Peterobi just handed him a gift, and Kenneth Okonkwo is saying, we refuse to unwrap it. Stay alert, watch closely, and if you believe Nigeria deserves better, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and let the conversation continue. We are not done. Until I see you on the next video, remain blessed.